Good morning. Well, no, not morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's me, Smiles Behind Lupus. Heading to the dermatologist to get my test results and to see if he will biopsy these new areas that have appeared. It is so hot out here. So it says it's 64 degrees, but the sun is beaming. It is hot. And what's crazy, tomorrow it's gonna drop to freezing. Gotta love Florida's weather. So I just hung up the phone. Like, my son shipped me my Christmas gift, and it was coming from Amazon, but then Amazon, instead of it like coming like UPS, they switched it over to the post office. Long story short, my son called on Friday and said, "Hey, Mom, did you get your gift?" And I said, "No." He's like, "Well, it says it was delivered onto the front porch." So, I went outside, checked the mailbox and all that stuff. Nothing. So I started a case because I'm like, where the heck is the package? Because Amazon did this to me during Christmas. I ordered something and they said it was delivered on the front porch, and it turns out it never left the warehouse and they had to give me my money back. So sorry, I'm trying not to like make the wind so bad. So started the case, talked to the local people, and then the lady was like, okay, well, I looked at, the tracking number, and it was, my son put the wrong address, but it literally is the house next door to us. So we've been over there 3 times, knocked on the door, like, hey, trying to see if they had the package. They don't even answer the door. They're home because I went like yesterday before I left out, and then about 6 o'clock last night, Michael went over there because the other vehicle was home. So I'm like, y'all are home. And my thing is, like, you have a package that you clearly see is not yours. Anytime we get mail, because we still get mail from the old people that used to live there before we bought the house, but we just put it back in the mailbox and say they don't live here. So I'm like so baffled to why they're not responding. So we left a message on their car. Hopefully they'll respond. But I left a message for the post office lady, but she's off today to follow up, because my husband's like, well, technically we shouldn't have to go through all of this. This is their job to investigate it and get the package back or whatever. So I've been having to deal with that, but yeah, it's just a shame that some people do what they do. And I can see if, they were out of town and they just didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But like, y'all are home, you're just choosing not to answer the door. But yeah, like I said, I'm headed to the dermatologist. I've been up since about 8. And one thing I noticed, which I'll get into detail with the medical marijuana, like, I do get the night sleep, and I'm able to wake up at a decent time. Not that I necessarily get up right when I get up, wake up at 8, because my joints are so stiff and my back is still bothering me. But I was able to get a lot of emails out and accomplished just by being in the bed. And then when I got up, I got a lot of more stuff accomplished. So it was a pretty productive day for track stuff. We got several grants that sent us emails to say that we were awarded. So we're like super thankful and blessed to be receiving the awards. Grant opportunities to help, the youth. But yeah, I will, I will plan to record. I saw the biopsy results and I think they were all negative. It just came in today. So it's kind of like a good thing that I was able to get this appointment at the same time. Because I was wondering, like, where did he send the biopsy? And, but it did go through Quest. But he was testing for a lot of stuff that I had never even heard of. So I guess he'll go more in depth when I see him. I don't see the rheumatologist, I think, until like March or something, or February. I have no freaking clue. I have my lung doctor appointment is next Tuesday, so hopefully they'll figure something out with that, because I am wheezing. But like I said, the Combivent inhaler does not help, so I'm going to, you know, see about the nebulizer, because I have one. I just need the medication. So yeah, but alrighty, I'm gonna get on this interstate, and when I leave there, I have to go to the post office. Well, I gotta go to the bank and the post office. The bank for track stuff to get some certified checks for some deposits that we have to do, along with sending some certified mail off for track. So tonight we're planning to try to go to church, so I want to try to get back and try to rest up for Bible study, you know, tonight. But yeah, I'll come back. Hey guys, so I'm done at the doctor, and I completely forgot to record. So I apologize. So my biopsy, he got, I guess, some results that I didn't get on my portal. It grew some type of bacteria. I'll try to leave it across the screen if I can pull it up, because I can't remember what he said. So he said it's just a common bacteria that with folliculitis of the scalps, and your hair follicles being inflamed, that you get. So I'm gonna have to be on antibiotics for 30 days, once a day of doxycycline. Not happy about that. I got a script for my diflucan, because the inevitable always happens when you're on antibiotics. But he's saying that he thinks that's going to clear up the nodules that I have, and the scalp, to keep it from being so inflamed. He said that I have to come back in 6 weeks to see how it does, and if it has not helped, then he will biopsy any areas that are present at that time. He mentioned some other thing when it comes to the mouth ulcers, but he was just like, all of my lupus stuff was negative, Sjogren's, Behçet's, everything. And he was just like, I am confused. And I was like, so am I. But I said, I look at it as, you know, I'm healed, you know. And he was just like, well, somebody, you know, been praying. And I said, yeah, I've been praying. I said, but, you know, in the back of your head, you always wonder, like, why did I have to go through four years of all of this if it really was not lupus? And so he was like, well, it could have just been like drug-induced lupus. But like I told him, at the time of my diagnosis, I was not on any kind of like steroids or antibiotics or the typical meds that can put you into drug-induced lupus. I don't know. And so he just said, you know, fibromyalgia is really hard sometimes to pinpoint as well. And that if for some reason the antibiotics doesn't work, there are biologics that I can take that could possibly help with the scalp and the, you know, the nodules and the mouth ulcers. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to be on any other biologic infusion type medication if I don't have to be. But like I told him, I said, you know, it's just, you know, 4 years of all these treatments that were making me so sick, kidney failure, oxygen for 2 years, adrenal insufficiency. Like, I've had all these different things, you know, occur, and, you know, you just wonder, you're thankful that, you know, there's no trace of something, but you have no, I mean, you're human, you just don't, sometimes you can't wrap your head around certain things. So that's things that I'm continuing to pray on, for God to give me guidance and to help me, you know, when it comes to this matter. Like, is that something that, you know, you need to seek an attorney for, you know, or do you just leave it alone? So that's part of my process of being off of social media, along with some other things that is going on in our personal life, that we just needed the break from everything to focus and pray and hear from God on a few things. So I'll be back eventually. I have videos, 3 videos already edited, but like I said, I'll release them in, you know, the timing that I feel is right. It would just be behind. It'll be December's videos. I mean, it is what it is. So let me run to right now the bank. And the post office, and it's 2:17. They were running behind today, and that's normally not like them. My appointment was at 1:30, and normally, like, I don't even sit in the lobby for, you know, a good 5-10 minutes, but I was in the lobby for a while. So the doctor, he's super sweet, super awesome. I really like him, and I told him I really appreciate, you know, him to just even taking the time to look into what it could possibly be, because he knew I was so frustrated and at my wit's end when it comes to, you know, new doctor saying all these things and trying to figure stuff out. And, you know, I was like angry, but now I understand her position and I respect it. So yeah, let me focus. I made it home. Finally got in touch with the neighbor with my package, and my son's gift. I'm like shocked. So I'm gonna show you. He brought me a GoPro, so I can have better camera quality. So this is the camera. Some mounting equipment is in here. There's like the instructions and all of that stuff. Charging devices. Let's see, Hero 5. So excited and shocked that he did that for me. It's so sweet. So we'll see how this works for camera quality. And what I need to do to learn how to use the little gadget. So I'm super excited and just completely shocked, because he said he wanted my videos to have a better quality, and so that's what he brought me. So, hey guys, so heading to church. The hubby will be out here in a second. I finally got to talk to my son because he went on break and he called. I was like, thank you so much. You shouldn't have spent that kind of money on me. Like, that's a lot of money for a kid to spend. He's not, I mean, he's an adult, but I just, like, he's still in high school, but I'm, like, super proud of everything that he's doing. He's like, well, you really seem to, like, you know, doing the YouTube, and he was like, this way you can stop recording vertically. And I was like, I've been doing good horizontally for the most part. So I thought that was funny. So he's like, well, my image quality should be a lot better. So of course, probably tomorrow or tonight, depending on how I feel, I will try to, like, read the instructions and see how all this works and how the editing software and all that stuff, because I'm not familiar with GoPro like that.